Right now, this is accumulating long position on pounds. I'm buying that inversion fair value gap, this one, as you can see here. So in terms of my draw, for this one I'll need a fib extension. Yeah, so in terms of my exits, -1 of this standard deviation here is what I'm looking for, my initial exit. I'm not gonna put my TP on the -1, but I'm gonna put just a little bit below it there, as you can see there. So that is what I'm looking for. Today's price action can be ease up easy, can be price can rag, but you know, it's how we do it. So right away, there are some people who are short yesterday. It's not bad for them, it's good. We had a failure swing here, so many people had moved their stop loss below here. What we did here at the open, a minute open manipulation here down, retracing back to a discount range of this new dealing range there. You can see we price went almost at the golden ratio below. That's a little bit here. So I was looking to see if we're gonna have this rejection of this discount range, and that's what we had. And for me to trust the long entry, I wanted to see if we're gonna have body closure above this fair value gap. Some people maybe are thinking of taking short on it. I was not. So this is what I'm looking for as my draw here. Just a little bit. Maybe it's a bit of, say, 20 pips or so. What I'm looking for today is, yeah, around 20 pips right there. So we sit around and see what price does. If completely rejects lower, it's okay, completely fine, understandable. Maybe you'll want to come to these lows. I don't care, just treat my setup, you know. Plus today is on a Friday, so a little bit retracements can be valid because the week we really did have a massive drop. So let's just wait and see. Even though euro looked strong than pound, I chose to trade pound. Let me show you how euro looks like here. So this is euro USD. Yeah, created some relative equal highs there. So euro, pound is long-term. Pound is strong, bullish. Pound is much more stronger. So let's just wait and see what price does. So in terms of my stop loss, I think I'm gonna put it just below the consequent encroachment of that gap. And here's the deal: if we cross below this inversion, this fair value gap that I'm looking for as my inversion fair value gap, then means that means simply we're gonna come for this low and this low and this low. So that will make me change gears and shift bearish, and it might be the case, but I'm willing to see what price does here. I don't like the reaction of the body closure here. Don't like the reaction. So what I would look for right now, see that low of the previous 15-minute candle should support price. Then we have these these consecutive change in state of delivery. These two are considered to be order blocks. Ceased. So right away I'm looking for those two to really support price being bullish, and if not, if it's not the case, we'll just have to take the loss, and maybe if we can we'll be able to shift the gears with the environment, it'll be also right. But right now I'm looking forward to see that supporting price going higher. So let us wait and see what price does. Let us see. We're heading on 3 open. So I'm really looking forward to see some volatility heading to 3 open. It's about maybe 23 minutes or so. We'll be on silver bullet hours, and we're gonna see what we're gonna be able to squeeze out of the fucking position here. So let me annotate this 4-hour fair value gap. We're gonna need its quadrants here. They're gonna be of much importance heading out to the day. So I'm gonna need that consequent encroachment there. Okay, we have this hourly high, this hourly candle. So I'm looking still at this hourly candles high. That can be also a good draw of price. Let me annotate that for you. I think that's better. So looking at this in terms of hourly charts, I'm looking for forward to see this CB get violated and price uses it to rally up higher, and that's how I'm trying to frame my bias right here. Just looking at to see if we're gonna get some retracements for today transaction. So you see the reason why I didn't want to fuck with euro. We had some trend line buy side here. Now we took them out. Now it's dipping a little bit much lower. I'm not willing to trade euro because euro is long term euro is heavy. It's really heavy compared to pound. So on London session, if I'm taking longs, high probability the longs will be on pound, and if I'm taking shorts, occasionally they can be interchangeable because it's on a London session. I can take a short on pound still, even though it's bullish compared. It's more stronger than pound. in comparison. So yeah, something much more like that. So we clear this trend line liquidity here at midnight open. Maybe that will support price on Euro USD, but we're gonna see what goes on here. But I like the fact that we opened and had this drop on OTV levels of this range here. Like the fact that, but I'm not willing to. I was not willing to trade Euro USD because of the long-term bullishness compared to pound. So pound is really pushing strong here. Can be able to, maybe we'll be able to squeeze something out. Definitely, I can see the reason why I trusted the long on pound compared to Euro USD. So right here, what I'm using is it's a kind of retracement. It's a retracement model here. So many times I use shifting market structures, but in terms of reversals and retracements, it's kind of different. Sometimes on reversals and retracement, the shift in market structure maybe not that clean, and in terms of higher time frame, you may need to use something like a order block, yeah, and inversion of fair value gaps to support your buyers, yeah. So let us see what we have here. But the reopen can come up with really strong volatilities. Y'all know that. Yeah, we can have something nice, something nice. This week, by the way, this week was really, it was hard though. Yeah, it was hard. But due to the CPI and PPI's news, you know how it is on London session. So London session was really big wrecked. You saw me get taking like two losses in this week, pound and Euro USD. Uh, but my risk were already calculated, and I knew the probability. My probability of winning in terms of these days where we have these major news events like CPI and PPIs, uh, my probability of winning is kind of low. So when I'm taking a position, I'm not really risking that much. I really try to stay on my ground and maintaining small risks. And if I get stopped out, it's so hard for me to get a trade. Yeah. So on Monday, I think I streamed on Monday and I got a break-even trade. But I said my next stream will be when I did the trade review recap. I'll tell you my next stream will be on Friday because I like the days where we have low volatility on the market in terms of New York Open where we have no news events. So that means London is gonna be the leader and it's gonna move more faster, more strong compared to New York sessions. So that's how I align myself and I align my setups that way. Yeah. So let us keep on waiting and see what we're gonna be able to take out for today. Are we gonna get paid or are we gonna get something to pay some groceries with it? Y'all niggas had me shopping. You know I'm Kikuyu. So some things I'm unable to, you know, take that out. Something like that. Yeah, it's really presenting really good price action here. I really love the order flow. Mhm. And for disclaimer, this is really not a financial advice, guys. This is really not a financial advice. It's just me doing me. I know how it is. Giving you my analysis, you know, my bias and narratives. So right away, y'all saw me on the start, maybe when I was starting this channel, was having some maybe small losses, but it's all good because I know it's in January and price action maybe is in January. Y'all know how it is. It's the start of the accumulation of the year. So sometimes on January's price is not in good price action. So what I know is that heading to next month and coming months, we're gonna create a really big bang and a big buffer. Yeah. If y'all stick around, maybe we'll be able to squeeze something out. Maybe we'll be able to learn something. Yeah. Plus, I fucking love the idea that some people may be viewing, maybe looking at my stuff. That really puts me much more accountable of my decisions on the marketplace. So we are helping each other here. That's how it is. I saw someone asking me a question about prop firms and asking me which is the best prop firm that I know of. And yeah, there may be good prop firms out there. Yeah, like Funded Hive. I don't know if you ever heard of that. Funded Hive. It's a really good prop firm. It's a Web3 prop firm, and it's also a blockchain prop firm where they pay you through crypto, yeah, through Bitcoin, through Ethereum. So it's a crypto based prop firm. They're a really strong prop firm. I would recommend y'all to go and look on it. Really good prop firm though. If you maybe be able to squeeze something out, yeah. They have like uh instant payouts. Like your payout is not delayed, like seconds. If you click buy, click no sorry. If you click withdraw, less than a minute, your money is deposited in your car. If it lasts more than a minute, they kinda compensate you. Yeah, you're gonna have a compensation. They give you $1,000 for that inconvenience. So that's how you know the program is too crazy. But I don't know. That's my experience with the program, the Funded Hive program. Uh, how about we wait and see? Yeah. But as per right now, I'm using my own capital. Yeah, just using my own capital for now. Uh, I was able to squeeze something out of the program the funded Hive program, took some several payouts. Then I had to fund my Pepperstone Live account. Yeah. So as per life now, maybe on the past 2 months I've been using my live account. So everything y'all see me lose, y'all see me taking a win. It's all live. Yeah, it's my own money. Uh, I know how to manage it. Yeah. See, the problem with this trading industry is the problem you bring in. There's no problem. The problem is the problem that you bring in. I don't know if you understand that, cause it's a really different type of work where you need to act like a robot. You need to be more disciplined. So if you're not disciplined, you're gonna get your ass whacked. That's why the probability of winning and losing trader is a 90% lose and 10% win. Not actually 10%. The 10% you can take out people mostly on break evens. Yeah. So that's how the industry is. So for you to really get on the 10%, you really need to get really disciplined. That's how crazy the industry is. Yeah. I mean, like trading is not meant to be done by humans because it's opposite our nature. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard. Imagine taking a full week full of losses, then another week full of losses, then another week and another week, making a whole month. You're in drawdown. You got bills to pay. You got everything. You still need to lock in and get yourselves in better position to hold yourself accountable. Yeah. Uh, uh, Good thing is that if you lose money in this forex market, if you lose money in this forex markets, you you just need you haven't really lost your money. Your money is just there. You just need to get your money back without doing some creepy ass shit like revenge trading. You know, some people they some people do that. But some, I don't think it's a good thing. It's really not a good thing. Not a good idea though. So yeah, so like what like that. Yeah. But Priest keeps on pushing in stronger.
What? Just speak louder.
I intercepted a secret Russian communication.
Shh. What I thought you said. Wait, what does that mean?
It means, Steve, we could be heroes. True American heroes.
Mm-hmm. American heroes.
Just think, you could have all the ladies you want and more.
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 I like more.
Mm-hmm.
What's the catch?
No catch, I just need your help.
With what?
Translation.
Hi. Hi. Can we talk? And then he said he missed me, and then he just hung up. He's a piece of shit. What? Mike doesn't have jack shit to do today. His nana obviously is sick. I guarantee you, Tim and Lucas are playing Atari right now. But friends don't lie. Yeah. Well, boyfriends lie. All the time.
She knows I'm lying. She knows I'm lying. I don't even understand. Why lie? Papa, he threatened me. Did he say he'd kill you? What? No. So then what's the big deal? The big deal is if I don't do what he says, then he'll stop me from seeing Al. Like, permanently. You don't understand, Lucas. He's crazy. He's lost his mind.
Hey guys, I'm almost set up here.
I had no
here. We at 23 minutes past 3 open. So kinda looking on what price is doing here. Took out this high, and my stop is a little bit. Let me put it back. Remove this inversion for a while ago. So right away, I'm looking forward to see midnight open supporting price. Yeah, and if we could stay above midnight open, could be a little bit much more better. Heading on to 4 to 5 New global time. Let's see. not being good. Not really acting good. Should be pushing right now. Yeah. Should start really pushing strong. Let's see. We're gonna keep on waiting here. See, we're gonna get a squeeze of a pie, and you know how it is. I'm just looking forward to see if midnight open is gonna support price, and if it does, no, that's good for business. We can dip, touch midnight opening, maybe one more time. My stop will be, yeah, I think that's better. So obviously my stop is reduced. Then we're going to move that for you. So my stop loss is reduced to there. That's crazy though. Now we're getting back to that preview of the trade. It's really pushing strong here. Like our TP is almost about to get hit. It was a really strong, really good push there. So we're getting money today. We're going home paid. Just need that height. As soon as it stops that high, we're out with a banger. It's a good one though. It's a good trade. It's a good trade to be in. I really love the fact that uh, I was able to pick the long on pound compared to euro, because euro, even though maybe it's bullish, it's being a hell of a market. Look at this. Really bad market. It's a really bad market, you know. Even the XY, I think, look at this. Now, what is this? Fuck, man. But the good thing is that we're getting paid. We're going home with some money. So a little bit of review on how we were able to take the trade. So here's a little bit review. We had we had this range here, this low to this high. The price retraced up to its discount range of that dealing range. Let me measure that for you. Okay, here. Sorry about that. So right now my exit, I think my exit is almost all negative one standard deviation. So you need the OT levels. So look at this. This low to this high, we're measuring the dealing range. So I was looking to see price rejecting of this dealing range here. So I was looking at equilibrium going down to the low of that dealing range. So I was looking to see if price is gonna reject from there. Then if you do that, um, I was I was looking at this fair value gap. Is really a CB. Or a better thing, good thing for knowing narrative is that right someone maybe try shorting this fair value gap, yeah, try and go lower, but you need to know the narrative first before you align yourself with the bias. So I was looking to accumulate long position on this inversion fair value gap. Is a 15-minute inversion fair value gap. That's why I was looking for my entry. So right away we had this all Asian range. We had this high. So retracing back to the discount of the Asian range is it was really good. Yeah, it gave me some a little bit of narrative there. So you see this shaded area, these are Asian range. So as retracing to the discount range of Asian, they're rejecting onto it. It was really good information for me to be able to see, and I was able to align myself with the order flow of the market here. So right away, right now we're heading to almost hitting the take profit here. My TP is not that much. I'm just looking at -1 standard deviation of this swing point here. That's what I'm looking for in terms of my exits. So -1 is just right here. So I'm not just putting it at a random level. I'm just looking. This high here is a 4 hour, not a 4 hour. It's an hourly high. So it's really a, of important high for me. In terms of my exits, I'm looking to exit just a little bit above there, not a negative one, but these all of these act as a pull and magnet on, pulling price to it. So it's on a Friday. So I was looking still on TGIF, yeah, negative, uh, you know, the 0.3 and 0.2% of the weekly range. Let me measure that for you. I'm going to take this off. So this is not a financial advice. You can see there. If you're able to catch something, that's better for you. So have this high. This is the high that was made on Tuesday, and this was the projection on Monday. So let me give you a little bit walkthrough on Monday. Okay. So this was Monday here. Let me put that in there. That was Monday's midnight open, always on New York local time. That was on Tuesday. I think I'm gonna need to redo it again. It's Tuesday. Here is Wednesday, and here is Thursday. So I really like to look at weekly profiles, and that helps me to know how to align myself in best market conditions. So on Monday, I was looking for longs, though I got a break even. I took a small long here, got a break even. Tuesday we had the CPI, Wednesday PPI, then yesterday we had the 8:30 news. You can see how price really dropped. It dropped really hard. So right away today I was looking for TGF, a little bit retracement on the weekly range. Yeah, you know how it is. Thank God it's Friday. That's TGIF. So here is the high and this is the low. Let us see. So TGF, we always looked to align ourselves on the -2 and -3. 0.2 and 0.3 of the weekly range. This is where price can retrace to, and maybe even go to 50%. But the lowest hanging fruit, we like to look at 0.3 and 0.2. So those were my confluence. So that's the TP right there. That's what they take profit. So I'm gonna take that off. We tapped that hourly high here. That's where I was looking as for my draw or liquidity. Reason why I took long on pound, because long term pound is bullish, more bullish in terms of maybe looking in terms of weekly and looking on weekly, looking on terms of SMT divergence on long term. Pound is more bullish compared to Euro USD. So always when I'm taking shorts, most of the time, if I'm London session, I still go take the short position on pound. But also it depends in according how the market is really reacting. Sometimes I take the short position on euro because euro is more bearish compared to pound USD. So that's pretty much more like it. I was looking for longs on GBPUSD, and the model that I used here is not, it was just uh we kind of use different models in terms of what are we trading? Are we trading a pro trend market, or start trend market or continuation type market, or we in a ranging type market, or we in consolidation type of market. Also, we look at reversals and retracements of the market. So each and every profile that is coming up on those, it depends. So like on this one, I was not using a shifting market structure here. I was just using a changing state of derivative and maybe an addition of inversion fair value gap as soon as I saw price was being held by the order block here. So this one was really just a retracement, and most of retracement you can use inversion fair value gaps and change in state derivative according to your model, maybe what you have built for yourself. And I really don't think there's much more to add. In terms, maybe we touched a high time frame, some kind of a PD array on a high time frame. That's where maybe you can see me utilizing other models like model 22. It really represent itself there. Maybe using a breaker with model 22, which is a really good stuff. Is really a unicorn. So that's pretty much more like it. I was looking for longs today and looking for, let's say, let's do a little bit market review of this week, what we had, what happened this week. I'm gonna need that to be on our hourly chart. Hourly chart brings more, a little bit more data where you can see what really happened. So it's a really good thing to have always midnight openings on your chart, yeah, so you can see what we are dealing with, where we are in terms of price, where yesterday was, which low are we looking to be taken out. Look at, like, yesterday was on Thursday. uh this week was probably a classic weekday where we have a normal trending day. If it's bearish, it's bearish, and we're looking for maybe Tuesday forming the high, yeah. But on this one, Wednesday took out Tuesday as high. So maybe someone could have aligned himself here on New York Open, but definitely I'm not a New York Open trader. I trade London session. So there's not much thing for me to do right there. On Monday, I was able to scale in some longs, but got a little bit break even on that. So this was on Friday. Into Monday, I'm gonna take that off. So Monday, a high. Tuesday, forming a high. That's what I'm saying. It's a classic week. Monday being taken out by Tuesday's high. By Tuesday forming the high of the week, then retracing to Monday's range. Then Wednesday forming an internal. Uh, it's some kind of, I'll say it's a hourly chart shifting market structure. Shifting market structure. Sorry about that. This is what you get when the video is not filtered. So taking that high there, then drop. This is a shift in market structure. In terms of our chart, maybe you could align yourself with that if your bias was bearish. So that's our fair value gap there. Yeah, price did close above it, but look, we ranged above it, then dropped, then one more time we touched on it, then dropped. Then yesterday, which was on Thursday, we really tapped on it just one more time. Then we had the drop, forming the low of the week on Thursday. Then low of the week on Thursday. Then definitely Friday is going to be a retracement. There's really low probabilities of us continuing going lower, maybe taking the Thursday's low. So today was really a basic week day. So pretty that's more like it. In terms of right now, I'm not clear in terms of long-term pro trend. I'm kind of trading intraday volatility because I don't think we have really opened up into trending days. Yeah, I don't really think we are onto that. So What else can I add? Let us say. So these are weekly charts. You can see how the weekly chart looks like. Yeah. So right now it's so fucking hard to determine where price may want to go. We can go to this high, we can drop to this discount range, continue going lower. But I'm not trying to pick size on that. What I'm trying to do is look for where there's low probability, there's high probability of taking that pool of liquidity, and I'm trying to align myself on that. I'm trying to align myself with those type of days and those types of setups. Yeah. So those are pretty much more like it. So always don't forget to use midnight opens. You always put the midnight opens on your, maybe while you're doing your charts analysis, before you either press a trade or exit on a trade. All, you know, that really helps much in terms of your target and exits. So right now, maybe someone could be saying maybe price is gonna go to this high, but I'm not willing to hold to those high because I'm just looking at a small retracement. Uh I'm not picking a side here. Remember, we are on a pro trend, we are on a bearish structure. Yeah. So I'm kind of trying weighing options here. Even though we are bearish, I'm taking the longs on GU because I know GU is a little bit more bullish compared to Euro USD. So there are really different factors you have to consider, not to get yourself banned by the market, because it really bans. I've got banned several times picking sides on the market price, and that really didn't work out for me well. So I like to swing for maybe small low hanging fruits and exit on 20 pips if I'm not on a maybe trending market like now. Maybe starting February, maybe going to March, market may resume well and start those pro trend days where I can hold my trade from London session to New York open, because right now you can see maybe going price is looking at this daily range here, price is almost equilibrium, maybe heading to premium of the range. You can see New York opening, coming and drop and taking out these lows, and maybe not taking this low, then next week we continue. So it's a really tough time to be holding for trades. You need to catch something and you take it out, and you go feed yourself, feed your family, and maybe pay yourself for the groceries. So that's pretty much more like it. And I don't know when I'll be streaming again, but definitely my streams are always on the days where we have no news events. When no news events or New York session, but even though we may have news event or London session, I might be taking a position there. So I like to align myself when we really don't have any news events on New York session open. So let me load the calendar here, and we're gonna be able to see how next week we're gonna be able to, when am I gonna be streaming next week. So let's see. So Monday we have a bank holiday here, but Monday can be a definitely good trading day on London session. Tuesday, but since we have no news on Tuesday, I'll prefer not trading on Monday because we have news on Tuesday, which is pound, and Monday we have bank holiday, so price may range, maybe definitely the whole day or maybe trend. But on this case here, I'll be looking to trade on Tuesday. Wednesday really a low probability for me because we have CPI and also we have President Trump's picks. That's a really red card for me. I won't trade on Wednesday. So Thursday, red flag for me. So Friday can be a trading day for me, but it's gonna